In the high-stakes world of Formula One, where careers are made and broken in the blink of an eye, a bombshell warning has just been dropped. If he goes to Ferrari, that would be the end of his career. These aren't the words of just any commentator. They're from Bernie Ecclestone, the man who transformed F1 into the global powerhouse it is today. And he's talking about none other than Max Verstappen, the four-time world champion who's currently dominating the sport. But why would joining Ferrari, arguably the most prestigious team in motorsport history, spell doom for the most talented driver of his generation? The answer lies in a perfect storm of timing, technology, and tradition that's brewing in the world of Formula One. Right now, Max Verstappen sits at the peak of his powers with Red Bull Racing. He's contracted until 2028, but whispers in the paddock suggest he might be eyeing a move. And with Lewis Hamilton struggling to find his footing at Ferrari in 2025, those whispers are growing louder. The Scuderia might soon be looking for their next superstar, and Verstappen could be the perfect candidate. Dr. Marcus Reynolds, a veteran F1 technical director, puts it into perspective. What we're seeing at Ferrari isn't just about driver talent anymore. It's about a fundamental shift in how teams operate under modern regulations. Even Hamilton, arguably the greatest driver of all time, is finding it impossible to overcome these structural challenges. The numbers tell a devastating story. Since joining Ferrari, Hamilton hasn't secured a single podium finish. Meanwhile, his teammate Charles Leclerc has already claimed 5 podiums and a stunning pole position in Hungary. The gap between them stands at 42 points. A chasm that would have been unthinkable during Hamilton's Mercedes days. But the real drama lies in what's coming next. The 2026 season looms large on the horizon, bringing with it the most dramatic technical overhaul F1 has seen in decades. New chassis designs, revolutionary power unit specifications, and a complete reimagining of what a Formula One car can be. It's in this context that Red Bull is making their boldest move yet, becoming an engine manufacturer for the first time in their history. This is where things get really interesting, says Sarah Mitchell, F1 technical analyst. Red Bull isn't just building cars anymore, they're creating their own engines in partnership with Ford. It's a multi-billion-dollar gamble that could either cement their dominance or expose them to unprecedented vulnerabilities. For Verstappen, this creates a fascinating dilemma. His contract with Red Bull includes an exit clause that could be triggered if the team fails to deliver under the new regulations. Ferrari, with its incredible resources and passionate fan base, might seem like an attractive escape route, but Ecclestone's warning carries the weight of decades of experience. "I've seen it happen too many times," Ecclestone explained in a recent interview. Ferrari isn't just a team, it's a pressure cooker that can break even the strongest spirits. The weight of expectation, the political atmosphere, the scrutiny from the Italian media, it's unlike anything else in sport. The statistics back up his concern. Since 2007, Ferrari hasn't won a drivers' championship, despite hiring some of the sport's biggest names. Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel, and now Lewis Hamilton, all multiple world champions, all struggling to recapture their former glory in the famous red cars. Professor Elena Romano, a sports psychology expert at the University of Bologna, offers insight into this phenomenon. The Ferrari effect is real. The pressure to perform isn't just external, it becomes internalized. Drivers start second-guessing their instincts, overanalyzing their decisions. In a sport where success is measured in thousandths of a second, that mental burden can be catastrophic. Instead of pursuing Verstappen, Ecclestone suggests Ferrari should look to the future. He's particularly impressed by 2 rising stars, Brazilian Gabriel Bortoleto and French driver Isack Hadjar. Both have shown exceptional promise in their rookie seasons, demonstrating the kind of raw talent that could be molded into future champions. But the story doesn't end there. Red Bull's ambitious engine program with Ford represents a seismic shift in F1's power dynamics. For the first time, the team that revolutionized aerodynamics will have complete control over both chassis and power unit development. It's a level of integration that even Ferrari, with all its resources, can't match. The potential is enormous, explains Dr. James Foster, automotive engineering specialist. When you can design your engine and chassis as a single unit, you're not just building a car, you're creating a perfectly synchronized machine. But the risks are equally massive. One miscalculation in either system could compromise the entire package. This context makes Verstappen's situation even more intriguing. At 27, he's entering what should be the prime years of his career. The decisions he makes now could define his legacy in the sport. Will he stick with Red Bull through their bold technological transformation? Or will the allure of Ferrari and the chance to succeed where so many greats have failed prove too tempting to resist? The story of Verstappen and Ferrari isn't just about a potential driver move, it's about the future of Formula One itself. As we look toward 2026, the financial stakes have never been higher. Industry analyst Thomas Weber estimates that Red Bull's investment in their power unit program exceeds $500 million. This isn't just about winning races anymore, it's about technological supremacy in the new era of motorsport. The pressure isn't just on Red Bull. Ferrari's recent struggles with Hamilton have cost them more than just points on the track. Their stock price has dipped 3% since the season began, and longtime sponsors are growing restless. In Ferrari's world, second place is the first loser, explains Maria Rossi, motorsport economics expert. Each underperforming season cost them tens of millions in lost revenue and brand value. But perhaps the most fascinating aspect of this saga is the human element. Verstappen's father, Jos, a former phone driver himself, has been notably quiet about his son's future. Those who know him say he's deeply concerned about the potential Ferrari move. Jos understands the Ferrari mystique better than most, says veteran phone journalist Peter van der Merwe. He's seen how it can consume drivers, turn champions into shadows of their former selves. The technical challenges of 2026 add another layer of complexity. The new regulations will require engines to run on 100% sustainable fuels, with electrical power making up a significantly larger portion of the total output. Red Bull's partnership with Ford brings cutting-edge expertise in electrical systems and battery technology. Ferrari, meanwhile, continues to develop their power units in-house, a tradition that dates back to the team's founding. Dr. Angela Chen, renewable energy specialist, offers perspective. The 2026 regulations aren't just an evolution, they're a revolution. Teams need to fundamentally rethink how they approach power delivery. Red Bull's clean slate approach with Ford might actually be an advantage over Ferrari's traditional methods. The emergence of young talents like Gabriel Bortoleto and Ishak Hadjar has caught the attention of many in the paddock. Both drivers have shown exceptional promise in their rookie seasons. Bortoleto, in particular, has drawn comparisons to a young Ayrton Senna with his aggressive yet precise driving style. These kids aren't just fast, notes veteran team principal Richard Matthews. They're hungry, adaptable, and most importantly, they don't carry the psychological baggage of past Ferrari failures. The numbers tell an interesting story. In simulator testing, both rookies have consistently matched the pace of established drivers. Hadjar set the fastest time ever recorded at Ferrari's Fiorano test track in a 2-year-old car, beating even Charles Leclerc's benchmark. This kind of raw speed, combined with their youth, makes them attractive alternatives to established stars like Verstappen. Meanwhile, Red Bull's engine program continues to gather momentum. Their new facility in Milton Keynes represents the largest single investment in British motorsport history. What they're building isn't just an engine plant, explains automotive engineer Dr. Sarah Thompson. It's a research and development powerhouse that could revolutionize how we think about hybrid powertrains. The political dimension can't be ignored either. Ferrari's deep connections with Italian politics and media create a unique pressure cooker environment. Former Ferrari team principal Marco Romano puts it bluntly, "At Ferrari, you're not just racing for a team, you're racing for a nation." The pressure from the Italian media alone has broken stronger men than Max